About 3 days ago, I felt a bit ill. I was tired, had a headache, and I just didn't have much energy. But I was fine, that was it. So I'm in a hospital at the moment, and the nurses decided to give me a COVID test. So took the COVID test anyway, sent it away, got on with my day. 2 days passed anyway, and wasn't feeling too bad. Definitely something was up with me, but nothing too bad. Turned out I had a positive COVID test. So I had to come in and isolate then. So I've been isolating now for the last 3 days. But you get this text on your phone when you have a positive COVID test, telling you like that you have COVID, just in case you didn't know, like. And you get a call from someone in the HSE, and I got a call, and they were asking me. This chap came on the phone. He was asking me, "How are you? What are your symptoms?" Going through the whole lot, and told him the truth. Like, I've had much worse illnesses. Like, didn't hit me that hard. Had it before. It was about the same as the last time. The virus is mutating, so it's probably a different virus at this stage. Still COVID, but it's different. But yeah, I asked him about the vaccine. I'm not vaccinated now. I don't believe in. I don't think it's necessary, like, for someone like me to get a vaccine. It's young and healthy. Um, Especially when they lied about the efficacy of the vaccine. The vaccine companies came out and said it's 90 something percent effective back in the day when they were promoting it, and turns out it's less than 1% effective. Um, I know a lot about it. I was researching it, so it's not very effective at all. It hasn't really done much. Um, so what happened then was I asked him, "Do you think I should get vaccinated?" just to see his opinion, and he said, "Yeah, yeah, I think you should definitely get vaccinated. It's really beneficial, and it'll help you not be sick, and you won't pass it on to others. Um, all this kind of stuff." And I said, "Do you know the efficacy of this vaccine you're talking about?" And I was met with silence for about 5 seconds, and then he said, "Well, I don't actually know that information." And then I said, "How do you know it's good then? Because that's how you tell how good a vaccine is, its efficacy." So he said, "Oh, I'd have to refer you to the GP for that." So he gave me the advice that I should take a vaccine because it's good. And I asked him for the reason why it's good, and he didn't have any reason. And then I went on to ask him, "Is there any side effects from this vaccine?" And he said, "No, not that I'm aware of. There's no side effects, no." And I seen a documentary on the vaccine. People are after losing their legs, people being debilitated, killed, myocarditis. Um, there's a lot of data in the VAERS system, the Vaccine Adverse Effects Reporting System, the Yellow Card System, the UK version of the Vaccine Adverse Effects Reporting System. Millions of adverse reactions, multiple thousands of deaths associated with it. And this guy said to me, "Well, I had the vaccine and it really helped me, to be honest, it helped me." And I didn't question him anymore. I just knew it was nonsense, because how do you know if something helps you if you only know what it was like when you took it? So I'd never took a vaccine. I had COVID and I had mild symptoms. He took a vaccine. He obviously had COVID because he said it helped him, or maybe he didn't have COVID. But how does he know that a vaccine had any effect on his symptoms or whether he got it or not? So it's complete nonsense. These people telling us the things that we're supposed to believe are not informed and are just listening to what someone else told them. So I'm always trying to analyze things, understand them, make sense of the world. And I don't think you should trust people in authority who tell you things just because they're in authority. Um, it's like when you're watching the telly and the news comes on, do you really know where that information came from? Was it a valid information? Should you believe it? And if you believe everything that you hear just because it came from a source that you trust, there has to be a good reason to trust it. I think this gets people into trouble in life because they get false impressions of reality. You get a narrative that just it's just because someone said it, you believe it. And if you just believe things because people said it, you're not really going to understand how the world works. And if someone wants you to believe things to make you think in a certain way or see the world in a certain way or behave in a certain way, they're capable of doing that if they have money. They can just fund the studies that suggest certain outcomes. Or they can be just like that man that told me all about the vaccine. He could just believe it without question and just tell it to other people then, and people will believe him. And this is causing a mass psychosis. So psychosis is where you have a fixed false belief in something that isn't true. But how do you know if it's true or not, if it's a belief? You don't. What you need is the evidence and the research. So really, people are going around like this man, believing everything that everyone else says just because they're in a source of authority. The whole world is going to be delusional and it's going to be in a state of madness. And it's all about control. People can control you, like, if you believe things without questioning them. So I used to believe things without evidence, and only ever got me into trouble. So just want you to think about that.